guys. You can find thousands of reviews on the internet and in the print media describing first superbike from BMW so far, the mighty S1000RR, which is why I decided to show you today not a standard test drive, but its more compact version, with only most important facts about this bike and my overall expression after several days of riding on this space shuttle. I'll try to tell you everything you need to know in 10 minutes. Let's go! SRR was shown on public in the summer of 2009. It was in fact the first 4-cylinder liter bike from BMW. So it took about 15 years for this German company to go straight to this grade from all the points of view concept, including not only performance figures but sales volumes too. BMW's Italian and Japanese rivals started producing such liter bikes from the late 90s. But surely enough, German engineers wasn't just sitting on their asses for so long, doing nothing. Actually, they were working hard with the only one target ahead, to create the best superbike out there. And if we open the old motorcycle magazines from 2010-2011, we will see overwhelmingly positive reviews about their final product, about their child, the superbike called simply S1000RR, like the other bike of this genre. That was the first generation SRR, and my test bike is from the second gen, 2016 model year actually, as you can see by its BMW Motorsport color scheme. To be honest, as it often happened with motorcycles of the last decade, this SRR is not a completely new bike. For me it's more like well thought and performed restyling. The frame is the same, the engine gained some additional power, suspension settings revised, and of course the bike received the latest electronic stuff, which helps riders 24/7. You can notice the second gen bike by its different headlight and new color schemes. Before, the big eye was on the right side and small blinking eye was on the left, but now it's vice versa. This bike was always as bright as Bender's shiny ass and attractive as unclaimed money bag. But after the plastic surgery it has become the real sex bomb on two wheels. Search the Instagram and you will see it by yourself. Every second motor girl rides such a bike. The magic is hidden not only in beautiful lines and curves, but also in the combination of the famous BMW badge and in the superbikes class of the motorcycles itself. Yes, girls like BMW and they like superbikes too. Sure, you know it. Another benefit of SRR taken from the class, the humble width of about 80 centimeters and perfect traffic jams free drivability. And of course the sadistic passenger seat. Only the girl fully in love with the rider can withstand this chair of despair. And the most important thing, you can't just drive SRR slowly. You can try as hard as you can to twist the throttle smoothly, short shifting to the highest 6th gear, but it simply doesn't work this way. Because after only ±10 seconds, you will fly in above 150 km/h mark on the half digital dashboard. And there is no such a four-wheeled cage on the road that's capable of overtaking you. Never ever does anybody pass you if you don't want it to happen. Rear mirrors are dispensable things, you simply don't need them on this bike. Maybe only for doing selfies for the Instagram. But SRR is full of surprises too. For example, on most sports bikes riding position isn't comfortable. You sit like a twisted shrimp with a lean forward. My own 2011 YZF R6 is a perfect illustration. But the engineers from BMW played with rear sets and clip-ons geometry and somehow managed to find simply perfect riding position. By superbike standards, of course. The fork and the shock are fully adjustable, so you can choose the soft settings and easily travel for 1000-mile distances. On the aerodynamical side of things, SRR is as good as in other areas. If you don't mind to bend over the fuel tank, and if your height is not exceeding 1.8 meters. To put things short, SRR is definitely one of the handiest superbikes in the world. I've noticed only a few shortcomings. The most measurable is an unpleasant buzz on the footrest, which appear in the speed range of about 100–130 km/h. So you're forced to either slow down or to speed up to exceed this mark. You can hang your legs off the pegs once in a while, but this bores you quickly. SRR is a 1-liter rocket ship, and it's break off the front wheel instantly on any quick acceleration from the speeds up to 150 km/h. 200 horses under the hood is definitely not a joke. Sorry, under the fairings. With such might and with a two-way quick shifter called Shift Assist Pro by BMW specialists, and with activated launch control, you win 100% of traffic light races. Claimed acceleration from 0 to 100 takes 3.1 seconds. Top speed is specified, but we all know that this bike is capable of exceeding the magic 300 km/h mark with proper gearing. What else do we know about this bike's performance? For the last 6 years, it won hundreds of various national and international races around the world. It achieved the champion title in World Superbikes FIM Superstock 1000 class 4 times, and it allowed Michael Dunlop, the nephew of the legendary Joey Dunlop, to settle a new absolute track record on the famous Isle of Man Tourist Trophy in 2016. But the most important thing is that SRR is not only agile like cheetah and fast like a falcon, but also is user-friendly like no other superbike. Look, even a college boy can drive it. I borrowed this part of the video from one of my subscribers, a 17-year-old guy with no track or any other proper motorcycle experience, and even he easily handles the Beamer. The engineers achieved it as a result of several things. Firstly, it has a great chassis. Rigid frame, right geometry, low curb weight of 204 kg with a loaded fuel tank, fully adjustable suspensions, great Brembo brakes, and of course bespoke Pirellis. Secondly, it has nearly perfect riding position. I have already talked about that. And the third but not the last factor, it has very smooth engine characteristics and perfect electronical accelerator with almost linear response. You want only 5% of power? You get it. You want 100? You get it too. And of course the magical electronic helpers bring a strong confidence even in the worst riders. This bike is unbelievably friendly. You can choose one of the 4 modes, but I assure you don't need one of them, the rain mode. It's only for losers, believe me. Better learn how to gently twist the throttle. Another important fact, Bavarian bike is bulletproof reliable. I know at least 3 men who own such Beamers, and none of them have ever asked for some extra parts or service. Here in Russia, SRRs have almost no rivals in terms of price and quality balance, and it is the most popular superbike here too. Why so? The old Gixxis completely left our market, and no one knows when the new one will be introduced to us. You can buy Kawasaki ZX-10R, but only on a by-order basis, and the price is about 28.5 grand. If you like Ducati Panigale 1299, you have to give away about 29 grand. And Honda does not support our market currently. All in all, there are only 2 real rivals for Beamer, Yamaha, which costs about 27 grand, and Aprilia, which costs 23 grand. And the price for SRR will be also about 22.5 grand. Feel the difference? Yeah, I know that some of the latest liter bikes may be better or faster than SRR, but they haven't arrived on the Russian market yet. And if we compare SRR with superbikes from 2015-2016 model years, it will beat them in almost all areas. I've put several links to comparative tests in description. Have a look at them if you have free time. I'm sure this information is enough to understand that S1000RR is a great and perfectly balanced bike. Thanks for watching.